As the second largest general insurer in the private sector as of FY 22-23, HDFC ERGO General Insurance is cognizant of the low awareness levels of insurance in India and is undertaking various initiatives to propel the financial inclusion in India in alignment with IRDAIs initiatives around awareness, affordability and accessibility to make an insurance inclusive India. To talk to us about their various initiatives directed towards reaching the last mile, I'm joined today by Mr. Anuj Tyagi, the Joint MD of HDFC ERGO General Insurance. Anuj, thank you so much for joining us today and taking time out. So tell me, as a leading in general insurer, how is it that you plan to penetrate the last mile and what's the big vision when it comes to insurance for the country?
Sure. So, insurance penetration in India, Ayesha, is still relatively low. It's a point of concern, and specifically general insurance, 1% of the GDP. If you compare it to the 4% world average, it's a relatively lower penetration. It has doubled up in past 20 years, but we are still far away from the bigger dream, larger dream. And then, so every company is doing its own bit to enhance the penetration. We specifically, have worked in these over these years to ensure that A, right products are designed for the customers. B, there has been a huge investment by the organization to ensure that we are there where our customers are, where our customers need. So whether it's creating a physical footprint, whether it's using technology to distribute products practically at your doorsteps, whether it's creating a huge network of, service network, we've worked across all. Insurance regulator, IRDAI chairman has also, given this big grand vision, insurance for all by 2047 by the 100th year.
Right.
And, we as a company are fully committed and working with rigor to make this vision successful. And I think last but not the least, we've also worked on this softer aspect of moving away from a transactional relationship with our customers to a more experience-oriented service. So we are now, we also have a vision for ourselves to move from market share to mind share, right? And when you started looking at customer from acquiring mind share perspective, you do create products and propositions to actually become a true partner in your daily life, and which will also help increase the penetration. So there's a work going on across various aspects of insurance and product selling and servicing, which is all targeted towards increasing penetration in the country.
Since you did mention the government and the regulators, we know the intent to, like you said, insure all by a specific timeline. How is it that you at HDFC ERGO are aligning your goals towards that mission?
Sure. First, it's very heartening to see how the government and the policymakers are driving the larger agenda of bringing up financial inclusion, insurance inclusion. Whether it's the central government run schemes or the state government run schemes or the reforms brought in by the regulation, all are targeted to make insurance more accessible, more affordable, and more transparent. Right? So use and file reforms by regulator now enables the insurance companies to actually roll out products on a fly, simplify products, bring in more associated services to make more to create more value for the customer. We're fully aligned with it. So the insurance for all by 2047, the initiative that the regulator is driving, we are the leading company in. So regulator has allotted states to insurance companies. We are the lead company for Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. We have already set up our footprints across the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. And imagine if this happening across the states where every insurance company is expanding the footprints, right? So suddenly you have distribution footprints expanding. We have an array of products, Ayesha, which are suited practically to every requirement, ranging from objects in your home to pets to health to everything, very simplified products. And according to me, you can't enhance the distribution of financial products or any product today in the country unless you figure it on the technology platform. So we've actually, possibly it's one of the biggest scaled up use cases for WhatsApp in general insurance, where we've actually made WhatsApp as a one-stop solution for all insurance requirements, ranging from buying policies.
There's no other way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're using everything available. We have our own distribution footprints today in the in almost 70% of the districts in the country. So we are fully aligned, and we're working with the government and the policymakers to make the insurance for all 2047.
So I guess there comes your recent campaign, Karo Sabko Insure, right?
Karo Sabko Insure, Ayesha, is a movement.
Yeah.
I won't call it campaign.
Yeah.
It's a movement, and it's extremely close to our heart, right? And again, it's a movement to create more awareness about about insurance. But I think take a couple of steps back. It's a movement to make ourselves aware of our responsibilities towards the larger society, which thrives on us, which survives on us, right? So our domestic helps. So Karo Sabko Insure was a film which was targeted towards ensuring domestic helps, where this gentleman who has a maid, he calls her Didi, and he gives her an insurance fee on Raksha Bandhan, and it's very emotional. It has the right appeal, and I think, and we did it with pure honesty and
sincerity.
Our conviction and sincerity.
Yeah.
And I think the result is that within 2 weeks, Ayesha, we've got 2.7 million views without any campaign, right? So I think it has struck the right chord. And I'm 100% hopeful that you will see more and more campaigns, more and more movements where insurance companies or the insurance surrounding ecosystem will reach out to all of us, will actually give us this soft nudges, and will make ourselves aware of our responsibilities towards people who work with us.
Right.
So that's insurance for all.
Sure. Since you were talking about few of the states in the southern part of the country, tell me, what is this state awareness program about?
So I think it's a well-crafted program by IRDAI. This is IRDAI Chairman's vision, insurance for all by 2047. And the foundation is well crafted, right? So what has been done is that every state has been allocated to one life and one non-life company as a lead insurance company. Now, these two become the nodal agencies in that state. And there are, the other insurance companies will also work with us. Now, imagine, to very simplistically put, my performance by the regulator will also be judged by what have I done in a particular state, right? Now, what happens suddenly, we today have offices across the districts in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, right? Which in normal course possibly would have taken us some more time. So suddenly the insurance footprints in these states will start increasing, have started increasing. We're working with the state government and the policymakers to create awareness about health insurance. So we've run health campaigns, the health test camps, where the citizens are tested free. We are doing campaigns to increase awareness about crop insurance. We're working with policymakers. How can we possibly give them solutions for parametric cover should there be a natural calamity coming. So there's a whole lot of work going. It's a very beautiful start. In my opinion, it's a very robust starting platform to enhance the insurance penetration.
In your previous answer, you were talking about how someone actually gifted their house staff, who they used to call Didi on Raksha Bandhan, an insurance policy. What I also wanted to talk about is how is it that you're driving this goal, the regulator's vision that everyone in the country should be insured. Now, that person had someone aware who could gift a policy to someone. But how is it that you make the grassroots aware about the need for insurance?
So one is straight out of G20, like G20 has the G20 Sherpas, we have the insurance Sherpas, right? So how do you have more feet on the ground who are convinced, who are giving the right messages, telling you the right stories, right?
Yes. And talk their language.
And talk their language. So we have 180,000 insurance advisors who are working on the ground today, and practically wherever you are, you will find an HDFC ERGO advisor. We are the second largest retail health insurance company. And, health insurance is clearly something which is need of the hour because the cost of medical treatment is surmounting. So 180,000 insurance Sherpas working in every part of the country to spread the awareness. We ourselves have our presence today in close to about 70% of the districts. These are our own physical footprints. We are using more contemporary media, social media, to spread awareness about the need to insure. Not necessarily we are selling insurance, we are creating awareness about why do you need insurance.
Yeah.
So, the right storytelling.
And even what is insurance for some of them?
What is insurance? Why do you need insurance? Right? So you need the right storytelling to people. My assessment is that it's not that people don't want to buy. They possibly don't know the right reason to buy. Right? When you explain them
and
the reason,
they don't know how to as well
and they
in
don't
many
know how
cases.
to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now suddenly when you have WhatsApp as a medium, few clicks, and you can buy policy and you must try it, you can actually create the proposal and buy the policy in a few clicks and out. And the policy comes to your WhatsApp right there and then. So you also have an instant gratification. Gone are the days when you will pay me premium today and you'll get policy 10 days down the line. You pay me premium now, in 3 seconds you'll have policy in your inbox. So you have some of these, large movements, large developments happening in the industry, which are making people A, aware of why they need insurance, and B, these are also making people more comfortable about insurance as a product. People have a very heightened sense of trust on insurance products. COVID came, the industry paid close to 24,000 crores of, general insurance industry paid close to 24,000 crores of hospitalization claims. The recent floods, nobody would even know, but most of these claims have been settled, right? Retail claims have already been settled. The large corporate claims do take time because of the administrating complexities. But each one of these unfortunate incidents are increasing awareness about insurance products and increasing trust on the insurance industry. So there's a whole lot of stuff happening which is helping people understand why they need insurance. I am a firm believer that we need to have the right storytelling to people, as you said, why they need and how can they buy it. That's how things are shaping up.
If you look at the India demographics right now, not that we're the largest population in the world, we're also one of the largest populations with smartphones, right? And just about everything across the country. So how is it that you at HDFC ERGO are now embracing the digital transformation? Because anyone who has a phone has a WhatsApp and is enabled to download any app at any given time and is consuming most of their knowledge on their handsets.
I'm glad you asked me this question, Ayesha. I might take a little more time on this question.
Please do.
So, see, technology is core for HDFC ERGO, and it's not all. It's basic. It's a survival ingredient for us in the organization because we are a large-scale company. Imagine we issue close to 1.2, 1.3 crore policies a year. We've got 1.5 crore customers. We issue 23 policies, 24 policies in a minute. We pay 10 claims in a minute. We do close to about 20 customer interactions in a minute. We can't do it unless there is technology, right? So technology has been the bedrock of HDFC ERGO right from day one. We are now in technology phase 3.0 for HDFC ERGO. So our first phase was to handle scale because we grew very fast, right? So to handle scale. Stage 2 was using technology to bring in efficiencies. Stage 3 for us now is how do I become a partner in your daily life? How do I become relevant to you in your daily life? Can you think about an insurance company first thing in the morning? No. Why would you? You will buy policy, you will renew a policy. We are today using technology to become so relevant in your life, Ayesha, and we have a beautiful property which has come up. It's called Here app. Okay. And once you download Here app, I can certainly say it with confidence that at least once in a week you will see this property to know what's happening here, right? And it's not about insurance selling. It is about becoming your partner, address your anxiety, address your confusion in your wellness, in your mobility needs. Wow. And there are more and more interactions which will keep coming in. So one is that how do I use technology to become more relevant? And as I said earlier, move from a transactional company. It's a transactional industry, right? Sure. But how do I move from transactional approach to a mindshare approach? I'm acquiring your mindshare. So using technology. Today, any contemporary technology that you think of, HDFC ERGO is using it. Whether it's artificial intelligence, whether it's generative AI, whether it's NLPs, every technology is being used at a scale today in the organization because that gives me efficiency. It helps me service you promptly, right? Through WhatsApp, you can communicate with me in 12 languages. Right?
Yeah.
So think of these 12 languages. If these 12 languages practically address the entire country, right? So customers can communicate with me, buy policies, service policies in their own language. We are working with, we have a Google Center of Excellence. We are working with Google to we've created a Center of Excellence where we're using data and data capabilities to actually become more intuitive and to give a more customized responses to the customer. Why should I talk to you as I talk to all my 1 crore customers, 1.5 crore customers? I should talk to you for what you are. So some of these artificial intelligence and data capability, data technology gives us capability to understand what your needs are. We have a incubator center with IIT Bombay, and you should see this incubator center. It's the 3rd year now of this incubator center, and there's no insurance. It is about using technology to create solutions which are more relevant in your daily life. I happen to be an insurance company. Yes, I am. So technology is forming the bedrock of us. But as I said, we are now in the 3.0 phase of HDFC ERGO technology where we will be more relevant to your life. And you will see us as your partner. And hopefully that will also increase the insurance penetration further, because now you see, and it's available, the Here app is available for customers and non-customers both. So even if you never have thought of an insurance product, you will still use it. And chances are when you will start using it, you'll also increase your awareness about insurance. So that's about how technology is well ingrained in every aspect of HDFC ERGO today.
You made a very relevant point, Anuj, that one shoe does not fit all, and same can be said about insurance, right? My needs are completely different than yours or anyone present here in the room or our audiences for that matter. With technology also comes that detachment, and I want you to address this point, because I don't want to be chatting with a bot to tell me what my insurance needs should be and how is it that they can best cater to that. So how is it that you give that personalized attention to a client to cater to their individual insurance needs via technology?
Absolutely relevant point. And I must have mentioned, but we actually look at ourselves as a digital company with human heart. So we will use technology to power my interaction with you as a human being better, to enable me to interact with you better in a more personalized fashion. If it's normal run-of-the-mill servicing, you could still use bots and technology and you're happy. You want to download policy, few clicks, do it. What we've done, so that we are not, we don't lose the human touch, there's a huge investment by the organization in the agency force, the human agency, right? But we've converted the human agency into Bionics agency, right? Earlier, my agent will talk to you based on what he or she understands and based on what he or she is aware of at that moment. But all our 180,000 agents today are technologically are enabled. They work on a super app, which is again artificial intelligence and generative AI driven, powered. And this super app helps them. When my agent sits with you, Ayesha, this super app will actually nudge him or her on what to talk to you. Because this data, this super app now understands, because agent would have had a relationship, and through the data feeding in, this would know that you have a health product requirement.
Yeah, they know your history, so they know
the history, and it knows that you're more aware about, what are the, how to lose, what is the intermittent fasting and some of these things. So these guys start talking. So suddenly, the agent's communication, interaction with the customer moves beyond transaction. I continue to bring you back to the, moving away from transaction to the mindshare.
To real.
To real.
Yeah.
The Here dot also, and I think it will give you the glimpses of the human touch. For the first time in the country, Ayesha, we've created a patient-to-patient community. So Here dot is a super app. It has an array of services, and you'll see it. And as I said, I'll repeat, very little to do with insurance. It's to do with your mobility needs, to do with your wellness needs, how do I address your anxiety. And in Here dot, we created a patient-to-patient community, first time in the country. And the whole objective is that if there is an unfortunate situation in my family where a large medical intervention needs to be done, in addition to my doctor, the only other person who can give me comfort is somebody who's gone through the similar treatment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
And that was the genesis. So we reached out to our own insured customers who'd taken a claim. And I personally thought if we get 150 volunteers, I'll be very happy. In few months, we've got 800 plus volunteers. These people are talking to each other. People are asking questions on chemo. People are asking questions on rehabilitation, post-knee replacement, and some of those things.
Yeah.
So that's the human part. We also created a call my doctor, where the patients I don't know if something, if I have some requirement midnight, who do I call?
Yeah.
Or if I have some question to ask, who do I go, right? So we have the network available where the insureds, non-insureds can call up our doctors, and these doctors will tell them what to do, the basic checks and some of these things. So there is a huge focus on not losing the human touch. This is an HDFC group company.
And community building.
And community
more
building.
importantly,
Absolutely.
yeah.
This is an HDFC group company, Ayesha. So our first and foremost is the human touch, the sensitivity towards you as human being. The business comes later. So yeah, that would never go.
I have to ask about Insurance Awareness Awards, the junior quiz. Tell me what it is all about.
Oh, it's extremely close to our heart, Ayesha. We started this initiative in 2016, and the whole objective was how do we enhance the insurance awareness, right? So we realized that kids can have a huge influence in the families, right? So we started the insurance awareness quiz, and so we kind of gamified the entire thing, and the financial literacy in our structured education system is little low. It finds little mention in the early formative years. Insurance literacy does not find much mention anywhere. So that was the objective, that we catch them young. We start, we make them aware of insurance and risk. In the first year, we would have very less participation. But over these years, this has become a national stage platform where schools compete. This is the 8th edition, and this year we've got about 4,500 students participation from 2,200 schools in about 150 cities, right? So that's the insurance awareness, and the whole objective is that these over these years, I think we've got about lakhs of students who would have participated in this quiz. These students, after they win or after they participate in a national quiz contest, they become the ambassador of insurance awareness.
Yeah.
So that is also our initiative. That's also our objective, to instill the awareness about insurance risk, and also to create more and more insurance ambassadors.
And also, the purpose, I guess, of why you need to start early. Day one of your job, day one your child is born, you need to start working on their insurance.
Oh yeah,
plans.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And they are by God, you should see them competing. You should see the way they prepare. You should see parents and teachers' excitement in this quiz. It is a national level quiz, so it's extremely close to our heart. Extremely close to our heart. And the kids are doing their bit in nation building.
Also, your 21st Foundation Day is approaching. Tell me, what are the plans like? What's the messaging going to be this year?
Well, we will celebrate. It's that day we were extremely proud of our little contribution to the nation building, and I must thank our customers who have supported us for past 21 years plus, our agents, their families, our advisors, our distributors who have continued with their faith in HDFC ERGO, and through you I can assure our citizens of the country that we will continue to develop products which are more relevant. We will continue to simplify insurance, and we will continue to give our customers, prospective customers, transparency and certainty of servicing, and we'll be more relevant because we're working to acquire their mind share now.
Anuj, thank you so much for taking the time out today and helping our viewers understand the need for insurance and how to achieve awareness and insurance for all.
Thank you
so
much.
much.